What is up, Scorpio? How y'all doing, man? Guess what time it is? It's my favorite time of the month, man. Time for the mid-month messages. So, for the mid-month messages, what I'm looking for is I'm checking to see if there's been a change of timelines. Yes, timelines can change very easily, actually. All you got to do is take the advice that was provided in the main monthly reading and apply that to your situation. And that could potentially change your timeline. That's the whole point of the advice, and that's the whole point of this video. So for those of you who need a personal reading, just check the description of this video. And for those of you catching this on time, on December 19th at 11 a.m. Pacific time, we're doing our last round of $22.22 live mini readings to wrap up 2024 for a holiday special. But I have no clue when we're going to do it next. No clue. It's kind of just random and sporadic, you know. Holidays, that's understandable. But other than that, it's totally random. So all that information is also on my website, tarotwithrich.com, along with all the other personal readings, all right? Everything's in the description here. All right, let's jump into this. Starting this off with the past person. Person from the past. Is Scorpio still on the same timeline with the person from the past? If timelines change, did they change for the better or for the worse? What's the timeline for Scorpio and the person from the past? Still waiting, huh? Remember, if you're not inquiring about a past person, this is not for you. So for those of you inquiring about a past person, it looks like you're still waiting. Still waiting. Doesn't look like a lot of movement's happening. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Hang on. Some of you dealt with a Virgo, possibly. Okay. Well, no, honestly, I think that this person is a little bit afraid that connecting with you would be a bunch of drama. I don't know why they think that, but they would rather avoid the drama. So, I kind of feel like this person's walking away from this trying to find somebody new. I don't know how successful their little venture to find somebody new has been, but kind of looks like that's what they're doing. So you might just be kind of giving up on this. 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands. Actually, it kind of feels like y'all are both waiting on each other, to be honest with you. Yep, okay. Well, let's see how they feel about you. How's this person feel about Scorpio? How's this person feel about Scorpio? Look at that. Look at that. Told you, man. Waiting. They're waiting to hear from you, basically. We'll see whether or not that's a good idea here in a minute, but they've kind of been waiting to hear from you. Yeah, they're afraid you're still mad at them. So, wow, okay. So they're afraid you're still mad at them, or they're afraid that you're mad at them just in general. But they're also playing the victim. So I don't know what happened between the two of you. But no matter what it was that happened, they're still playing the victim. So like if you come up in conversation and they start talking about you, whatever it was that went wrong between the two of you was all your fault, basically. Even if they cheated on you. I know, it's nuts, dude. But, so, I think they're scared. They're afraid you're still mad at them. Some of you dealt with an Aquarius in the past, possibly. Also have Taurus and Leo here. Yeah, yep, they're scared of you. This person's scared of you, dude. Oh, okay, yeah. But I mean, basically how it looks here is if you don't reach out to them, they ain't trying to talk to you. So let's see what the advice is. Would that be a good idea for Scorpio to reach out to this person? What would happen? What would happen? Would that be a good idea? Ooh, Hierophant. Seven of Wands reversed. Well, this would be a slippery situation. This is telling me that closure is very important in this situation here. Closure. Because the reason why they're afraid that it would pop off into drama is because they're right, it would. It would. I'm not saying that it's your fault. I'm not saying it's their fault. But y'all's energies just are not at a place where they could come together harmoniously, you know? Have you ever truly successfully worked through a falling out with somebody? You ever done that? I never have. I've tried. I've seen so many people try, but when two people part ways, whether it's two romantic lovers, two friends, family, whatever the case may be, and you try to come back, what happens? Same thing that happened last time, right? Because you have to have both people bring a new energy back to the connection. Both people. Not just one person, not just the other person. Not just the person who was the primary catalyst for the majority of the problems. You got to have both people bring a new energy back to the connection. This person is not bringing a new energy back to the connection. They are still the exact same person that you walked away from. So it could potentially be beneficial for you to be reminded of this person's energy. You know, it could help you to be reminded, hey, you remember what it was like with this person, right? Because especially if it's been a while, you might have forgot. If it was like 8 months ago, 9 months ago, a year ago, sometimes our minds have this thing where the subconscious mind will bury the bad shit. And it'll take all of the good memories and place them all together and create this big false memory of nothing but good things and completely bury the bad things, you know? And I think it's pretty normal. Most of us do that a lot of times. So we get to thinking back and we're like, you know what? I kind of miss that. Kind of miss that person. I wonder what they've been up to. And then you reconnect with them, and then it all comes rushing back. And you're like, oh yeah, never mind. Oh my God, okay. No, never mind. I remember why I don't need you in my life right now, you know? So I'm not really going to say do or don't reconnect with this person. Because you're better off repeating the cycle than just walking away from it and not learning anything. You see what I'm saying? But closure. Eventually, when it all comes down to it, closure is going to have to happen between the two of you. Even if you wanted to reconcile. I'm going to leave that. Let's say you do want to reconcile with this person. You still have to close out the old cycle. So closure is going to have to happen no matter what you want to do. It don't matter if you want to reconcile with a past person or move forward with a new person. Closure is going to happen either way. So, all right. Moving on. Let's see what's going on with the single Scorpios and the person that you're interested in. Are we on the same timeline? Single Scorpios and your love interest. What's happening with the single Scorpios and your love interest? Ooh, Queen of Coins reversed. Hang on. Okay, well, Three of Wands. Remember what the Three of Wands is? Waiting. And is this person coming forward with a love offer? It doesn't look like it. But this is telling me that this situation is starting to weigh on you so heavily that people are starting to notice. Has anybody said anything to you by chance? Have you happened to had anybody, like maybe at work or family or maybe kind of distant friend acquaintances come up to you and ask you, hey, is everything all right? Something bothering you? If you need somebody to talk to, just letting you know I'm a phone call away. Have you heard that? If you haven't, that's what people are thinking. Because it's starting to become very obvious that this situation's bothering you. People can tell. So, but yeah, it doesn't look like much more action is happening in December going into January than November. Well, okay. Let's see how this person feels about you. Do they have feelings for you? If they do, why are they not coming forward? Does this person actually have feelings for Scorpio? What's their energy look like? What are their intentions? Maybe this person wants to take a break from dating. It's kind of what that feels like. Four of Swords, King of Pentacles. Kind of feels like somebody that wants to take a break from dating and focus on their career. Yeah, this person's afraid of being hurt. So, yeah, you know what I think, though? I do think that they are interested in you in the way that if they gave themselves permission, if this person gave themselves permission, they know that they could fall so stupid, crazy in love with you that they would lose their mind. And that thought scares them. That thought scares them. So it almost kind of feels like they started catching feelings for you and then threw their walls up because they're afraid of losing themselves. They're afraid of losing their own mind, you know? Yeah, they are interested in you. They got feelings for you. They could see themselves with you. But they're too afraid. They're too scared. I think this person wants to focus on their goals, their career, their finance. They're afraid that falling in love will pull them off their path, pull them off track, and mess up what they got going on with their goals. Okie dokie. Well, all right. Well, let's get the advice for this situation then. Ace of Swords reversed. Hang on. I hope it's not saying what I think it's going to say. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Okay. I hate it when it comes out like this. Okay, so I'm going to have to divide the two of you. I'm going to have to divide you up into two groups, okay? Group A and Group B. Group A is the group who has never said or done anything to indicate your true feelings. To be honest with you, that's not the intention that I put into this when I go into it. When I go into the singles and your love interest, the intention I'm putting into it is this is somebody that you've at least been talking to, flirting with, maybe gone on a date or two, you know? But I know that there's a lot of you out there who that's not your situation. There's some of you who are just interested in somebody, like at the workplace, for example, who you're interested in, but you ain't never said nothing, and you're just hoping that they're interested in you too, right? That's group A. Group B is what I was just talking about. The group of you who have made your feelings known. We've been talking, we've been flirting, maybe even went on a couple dates. Maybe some of y'all done fucked them a couple times already. Okay? So that's more what I'm leaning into, the group B. Now, group A, if you have not said or done anything to indicate your feelings, it's time to do that before New Year's. It's time to say or do something to indicate how you feel. Now, do you want to do that knowing that this person's too afraid to fall in love and you might get rejected? Just saying, just take that and do with it what you will. For those of you who have been talking to this person, maybe gone on a couple dates, maybe even been fucking, it's time to have the what are we conversation. What are we? What are we and what is this? I'm not going into 2025 lingering in the limbo with a question mark above my head. I'm not doing that. I'm not going into 2025 wondering what we are and where this is going. Unless you're cool with just being kind of a friends with benefits thing with no strings attached. If you're cool with that, I would imagine, though, that if you're coming to this video, you're probably not cool with that. If you're cool with that, you likely don't even know my fucking name, right? So, but it's time to have the what are we conversation. But be careful. Don't try to push this. If it's kind of seeming like they're beating around the bush, not giving you a solid answer, if they're playing that game, just cut it off. Because if you try to push things to go the way you want them to go, when it doesn't look like they're going the way you want them to go, you're going to basically create a karmic tie. So, all right, take that and do with it what you will. Let's see who's coming in next. Who's the next person that's actually due to come in for Scorpio? Who's the next person due to come in for Scorpio universe? Who's due to come in next? Oh, damn, dog. So we talked about this a lot for the weekly forecast. Hang on, y'all. My fucking neighbor's dog won't shut the hell up. Hold up. I can never work with my window open. Every time I open the window, the dogs start fucking. Okay, so we talked about this a lot for the weekly forecast. Those of you who have been going on a little solo journey, that's probably going to continue just a little bit longer. But it's happening that way for a reason. So what's the reason? Because the reason why you're going on a little solo journey is to give you the chance to evolve and change to a new frequency. Why would you need to change to a new frequency in order to attract the next person in? Because the next person coming in is meant to manifest into something unlike anything you've ever experienced. But you have to change to a new frequency first. So the next contract that's actually due to come in is yo person. That's your person right there. That right there, that's your person. That's the way I read it. I don't know Who the hell is doing what in YouTube Tarot land in 2024? I haven't watched YouTube Tarot since 2019, so I have no clue who's doing what out there. But that's how I read, personally. If you come to me and you ask me, is this person my person? There's only one card I'm looking for. There's only one, and that's this one. Now, that doesn't mean that if this card doesn't come out, that there's no potential to build a life partnership. That trails off into a different subject. But is this my divine life partner? That's the Lover's card. So that's the reason why you've been going on a little bit of a solo trip for a while, because you're going through a transformation period. Even if you and the person the universe picked for you met right now, nothing would come of it. You could be stuck in a broken down elevator with this person for 2 hours. Nothing would come of it. You're not a vibrational match yet. People think that it's as simple as, oh, how do I find my person? Where are they? Who are they? It's not that simple. I could tell you their name and their address, the one divine person the universe picked for you. I could give you their name and their address right now, and you could go to their fucking house and knock on their door. Nothing would come of it if you're not a vibrational match. Okay? So, okay, that throws a monkey wrench in the flow. I didn't really expect that, but okay, let's see. Let's get a overall general outcome for December. Actually, how about from now until the end of January? How about that? For the next month and a half. Overall general outcome. Ooh, 5 of Wands. I knew that was going to come through. I knew that was going to come through. You're going to be tested. You're going to be tested. I can't personally, off the top of my head, think of anybody I've ever met who is currently with their divine life partner who wasn't tested first. You'll be tested. So look out for that. Now, here, let me explain it like this. When you are tested, it's not the same as when you have a soul contract. When you have a soul contract, you and another person are magnetically drawn towards each other, and your life path unfolds in a way that brings the two of you together in a way that would be extremely difficult to avoid, right? It's almost like it's divinely orchestrated that the two of you come together very naturally and very organically, sometimes even forcefully. However, when you're tested, it don't go that way. When you're tested, it's just an open door of opportunity. The example I always give, and this is just a for instance, just so you understand what I'm talking about. Do you happen to have a store that you go to on a regular basis? Like a gas station that's down the street from your house or right next to your work that you visit pretty much damn near on a daily basis? Well, let's say you do, and one day they hire a new employee working as a cashier at that gas station. Now, every time you go up in there, this person is hitting on you and flirting with you, getting flirty as hell every time you go in there. Nothing is really happening that's bringing the two of you together. You're not seeing this person out anywhere, you know. But, I mean, even if you was, it's not unfolding in a way that's making the two of you come together. You're not magnetically drawn to this person. It's just an open door of opportunity. What are you going to do? Just an open door of opportunity. You're not being nudged through it. It's just an open door of opportunity. Best case scenario, your spidey senses start tingling. And you're like, ooh, something don't feel right about this person. Something doesn't feel right. Can't tell what it is. I'm not sure what it is, but something feels off. That person's energy just doesn't feel right. I'm going to stop going to the store for a while. I'll go to the one a mile down the road. Completely bypass it and avoid it. You never even knew you were being tested. Poof, you passed the test with flying colors. Worst case scenario, well, you dive right in head first and end up getting sucked into a past cycle, repeating a past cycle. Most people, honestly, let me tell you how it goes most of the time. Most people who pass the test don't really pass the test via best case scenario. Most people who pass the test, they feel that something's a little bit off, something feels a little bit weird, but they go ahead and acquiesce to dipping their toes in the water and seeing what this person's about, maybe exchange numbers. We might hang out a couple of times and the energy just gets heavier and heavier between us and it just doesn't feel right. My gut is screaming, don't fuck with this person. So I have to say, look, I'm sorry. I don't want to waste my time or yours, but I don't think we vibing. I don't think we're a good fit for each other, So I'm going to have to pass on this. You still pass the test. That's most people who pass the test. They fall in the middle there somewhere. See what I'm saying? Okay, well, advice. I already know what fucking advice is going to come through, but I got to pull the spread anyways. It's always the same general talking points that comes through for the advice on that. Always the same. But maybe something different will come through. I don't know. Let's see. What's the advice? Ooh, that one's different. Okay. Don't live with the expectation that happiness is going to be created by a relationship. Okay. So basically, that's our biggest problem as humans all across the board, not just with relationships, but with the way we live life in general. I won't be happy until after I get my dream car. Then I'll be complete. I won't be happy until after I get 100,000 followers. Then I'll be complete. I won't be happy until after I meet my divine life partner. Then my life will be complete. We always have this mentality that once I get the thing that I want, that's when the void will be filled and that's when I'll be happy and complete. No. No. Not even the one person the universe picked for you can make you happy if you're not happy. No, they cannot. No, they cannot. Absolutely not. Matter of fact, I would argue that person, your divine life partner, can trigger your insecurities more than anybody you've ever met in your life. If you're not at the right headspace and the right heart space, if you're not standing in a strong sense of emotional independence and emotional integrity and vibrational independence and awareness, your divine life partner can trigger you in ways nobody has ever triggered you. Now, again, that's kind of a paradoxical, that doesn't even make sense, because if you're not vibrating at that frequency, you're not even a match to attract that person in anyway. So it's not like that's even possible. But think about that. See what I'm saying? Be picky and choosy about what the energy feels like between you and anybody you connect with. Pay very close attention to the energy. There should be no confusion. No confusion. You shouldn't be confused about where this... Oh, here's another one. Oh, let me interrupt myself for a minute. You shouldn't be confused about whether or not you want them or someone else. That's a new one. That's a new one. If you're wondering whether or not your person is this person or this person, it's neither of them. It's neither of them. I promise you. If your person was this person, you wouldn't give a fuck about anybody else. A fuck. You wouldn't give a single, solitary fuck about anybody else. So you might want to seriously consider completely cutting any other ties with any fucking person. Other than that, though, when it comes to all the lessons that you needed to learn in order to step in and play the role of a divine life partnership with your actual person, it's all going to be up to the universe and all the lessons that you needed to learn in the past. I'm not allowed to tell you what lesson you were supposed to learn. If I could tell you that, you didn't learn it. All right? All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Scorpio family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check the description of the video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And don't forget, the last round of $22.22 live mini readings is taking place December 19th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So all the information on how that works and how to participate in that is on my website, tarotwithrich.com, and the link to that is in the description of this video, okay? All right, y'all, I'm out of here. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Stay blessed.